When you are younger, you are fed a story that if you go to school, if you make good grades, you will succeed. You will get a good job. Now, ultimately, yeah. Ultimately, okay. But what I think that a lot of people left out is those middle parts. One of the things that I've been dealing with or have experience with is the job search. Anyone who closely knows me knows my struggle with searching for jobs. But I think what what kind of hit home was, of course, I'm watching a YouTube video, and it's this dude who I think he might have just graduated undergrad, and I mean, I think if he had continued to talk about his situation, he probably would have cried because you could just tell that he was not playing. He was frustrated. He was frustrated with not being able to find a job and just frustrated with the lies that he had been told. When you are younger, you are fed a story that if you go to school, if you make good grades, you will succeed. You will get a good job. Now, ultimately, yeah. Ultimately, okay. But what I think that a lot of people left out is those middle parts. You're going to go through taking jobs that you don't like. You're going to go through um, being underpaid at a certain point in your life. It happens. However, you got to stick with it. You got to stick with, pursuing your dreams, getting that type of job that you want. You got to stick to it. I really felt what the dude was saying because I understand the struggle of just like wanting a job. He was like, I'm not lazy. I want a job. Like, I got a degree. So you could tell that he was trying to set himself up for success. It just wasn't happening for him at the moment. I would say to him, to anybody just graduating from undergrad, this is what I would say. I would tell you that the reality is that the job search is hard. Being in corporate America is hard. And if you haven't been told that, I'm going to tell you. I have a lot of experience when it comes to looking for a job after undergrad, looking for internships, going to grad school, things like that. So I do have a little bit of experience, and although people's experience is different, the collective, like everybody kind of feels the same way. So I would say this: these would be the tips that I would give you if you are just graduating college. What I would say is you need to tell people who know you that you are looking for a job. Your parents need to know what type of job you're looking for. Their friends need to know what type of job you're looking for. It's not begging. It's called networking, and we're trying to see who has the type of job that I want. So first of all, you're going to tell people that are in your circle that you're looking for a job, and be specific with them when it comes to the type of job that you are looking for or that you may want. You're going to apply. First of all, you're going to get somebody to look at your resume, and the resume needs to be readable. We don't need any pictures or any wonky fonts unless you are in a field that requires that or specifically asks for that. Keep it really, really simple. Get somebody who you trust, who has a little bit of experience when it comes to resumes, to look at your resume. When you apply for jobs, you are going to tailor your resume to that job post. Sometimes, to be honest, that literally means you copying some of the action words or some of the snippets of the job posting straight into your resume. Sometimes that's what it takes. Or that may look like you looking at the job post and saying what you did that relates to that job post. So, for example, if the job post says we need someone who thinks quick on their feet, right? Then you would put something in your resume that has those same words and talk about a time in action words where you were quick on your feet, something like that. You want to make sure that your resume isn't too long, especially if you just got out of college. It shouldn't be that long. You don't have that much experience, so keep it really simple. One page is like preferred. And if you're a recruiter and you hear this, chime in, like write your notes in your comments in the comment section. But this is just from experience from applying for jobs at different levels. You're going to want to network. You want to go to all the networking events, okay? Any networking event that you see, and a lot of them are free. A lot of them are free. Go to the networking events. Have a business card or some type of information that you can put physically in somebody's hand. Hey, I have this type of business. If you know somebody that is looking for X, Y, and Z, have them look at my social media or they can send me an email. You need to be able to tell somebody what you do as soon as you meet them. If you're really serious with what you do or like what field you're getting into. So have that information on hand. If you get an interview, you want to make sure that you're prepping for that interview. Meaning, with TikTok and YouTube, you can search most common interview questions and you practice them. You can take your phone, take your computer, and you say, hey, if they ask me, tell me about yourself. Oh, how do I answer that question? And then you practice it. You want to make sure that you're not doing a whole bunch of not in the interview. Okay? Give yourself the leg up. Usually if you present yourself really well, people like that. And they're not even hardly listening to what you're saying. But you want to make sure that you can answer the basic questions that most interviewers ask. Make sure that you do your research on the company. And make sure that you have questions to ask them. Don't ever leave an interview without asking the interviewers questions about the company or the role. Okay? After the interview, you make sure that you send a thank you email. If you need a draft, you can literally Google it, thank you email after an interview. What that shows is that you are serious about the position. And they're like, dang, if they can put enough effort into looking up the company, sending an email, they may be serious about the job. So play the role. Play the role. And just apply. My boo Savannah always tells me that it's a numbers game. And so it gets discouraging when you applying, and then nothing. But what you gonna do? You gonna just stop? You're just gonna stop applying? Keep applying. And if you need to modify, revisit certain things, then do that. You get also, I didn't say this. Get yourself a LinkedIn. Get yourself a LinkedIn and make sure your LinkedIn is chef's kiss. Spend some time on, I think it's important probably like to invest in getting a professional headshot, or most of us have iPhones. So you can kind of fake it, set it up to make it seem like You have a professional headshot. Until you get some money. Until you get some money. You know, if money is a thing, but your about me section, your headline, your experience, your school, like take some time to make sure that your profile is good. And you just go through LinkedIn and you just add everybody. You add everybody. Everybody went to your school, everybody at your church, everybody at your previous job or your internship. Add everybody. And post every day if you can. So what I didn't realize was that LinkedIn works similar to like Instagram or TikTok. The more that you post, like the higher up or the more frequent that the people will see your information. This is what I did. So at one point in time last year, I was studying for my training certificate. I was trying to get a certificate in training. I took the exam. I failed, but I'm gonna take it again. Bear with me. What I did was I went on LinkedIn and I looked for people who had the cert, and I sent them a message. Hey, I'm trying to get this cert. I see that you have it. Do you have any suggestions as far as study tips or things that I should know? I'm not shy when it comes to that. But the worst that they can tell you is they cannot respond, or they can say like don't message me, which most people understand why they are on LinkedIn, so they don't mind. But we're literally out here, we're doing anything to get a job legally. So go ahead and send a message. It's not going to hurt. Also, while you're on LinkedIn, hit the recruiters up too. If you see a job that you are interested in and they have the recruiter, I suggest hitting the recruiter up. What can they say? Don't you ever message me. I'm going to delete your account. Message them and just say, hey, I'm interested in the position. Do you have any, suggestions, or is there anything that you're looking for, or whatever. What are they going to say? The thing is persistence. Just be persistent in your job search. If money is the factor and you need a job, take the job until you get what you want. I know it's like, ugh, I don't want to do this job. I'm above this. Okay. For now. It's okay. It's okay to do what you got to do for now. Just be looking for something else until you find it. It'll come. I know it's ghetto, but do what you got to do for now. If you have any suggestions, any additional suggestions, if there are any recruiters looking at this video, please go ahead and drop your suggestions in the comments. If you have any questions for me, please go ahead to the video, like that video, comment, subscribe, share, please. Catch the podcast on any platform that's streaming podcasts. That's Apple Music, that's Spotify, Amazon Music. Let's communicate. Thank you.